Pokey nerds, welcome in. Hope y'all are doing all right here on Monday, January 13th. Everyone wants to talk about like what is going on with Pokemon. How is this happening? How is the current state of affairs with Pokemon TCG? How did we get here? Right? Like 6 months ago, everything was status quo, everything was normal, everything was going fine in the Pokemon hobby. And then, Surging Sparks comes out, and, the pre orders were pretty normal for a while. I expected there to be a lot of interest, and there was even more than I expected. So, by the time Surging Sparks came out, it was an insane demand, and prices were skyrocketing. And then you had Prismatic Evolutions, which those pre-orders were selling out, within hours. And then now Journey Together dropped pre-orders last week, and those are selling out in a flash. And I just hate that if you're not constantly paying attention to whatever your Twitter or Discord server or whatever it is, you're just getting screwed. Like you're unable to get anything at a reasonable price. I just hate that for the market, for fans of Pokemon, for people like myself, for kids, whoever it may be, anyone with genuine interest in Pokemon cards. It just sucks. It really does. And I didn't even want to make a video like this, but I think making this video will help me try to push past this and start talking about other things, right? I will say I have been fairly lucky. Like I went heavy on Surging Sparks early, and when I say heavy, I mean that's like 10 booster boxes. Like I don't normal. I'm not one of these people that has like 10 cases of every set or something like that. Like I ordered like 10 booster boxes, some PC ETBs, ETBs, booster bundles. So like I got in on Surging Sparks before everything went up. I foresaw Surging Sparks being the most in demand set of Scarlet and Violet right when it dropped, or right when the news about it came out, and you saw a couple cards, right? Saw that Pikachu was going to be on the cover. Started getting some cards from the Japanese sets that we saw were going to be happening. All that. That's when I was like, okay, Surging Sparks is going to be different. I didn't think it was going to be what it is, like in terms of just how expensive it is now. And then Prismatic, obviously everyone knew, and I was able to get like three Prismatic PC ETBs, a good amount of booster bundles, a couple standard ETBs as well. So like I got a decent amount of Prismatic for my personal collection, sealed collection. I got a couple Journey Together PC ETBs last week. Not a lot, obviously. That's not, I mean, two PC ETBs is nothing special, but I'm still happy I was able to get something. But, like who is to blame for this current situation where every new set is selling out as soon as it's available for pre-order? Everything's just selling out. And then you've got these prices listed secondhand, TCG Player, eBay, whatever, just unbelievable prices. And even like local game stores are getting cut out. They're having to raise their prices because distributors are raising that. It's just a complete mess. Like, who is to blame? Is it investors? I don't think so. They've been around for a very long time. And like there was investors again 6 months ago when no one cared about Stellar Crown. I like Stellar Crown. I like every Pokemon set. Like I love Pokemon, so like I like every set, but I can also, from a critical thinking and analysis standpoint, yeah, Stellar Crown not like an elite set. I think it's a good set. It's not an elite set, not even a great set, but it's pretty good. No one gave a crap about investors when Stellar Crown was sitting under $100, right? No. Is it Rip and Ship? I mean, they've been around for years too. Obviously, I think that keeps growing and growing, and so does investing. Like those things, yeah, those put a little bit of strain on the market, I think. But people love the Rip and Chippers. Like there's a reason they pay for them to open packs for them, right? Like they like it. It's a community. It is what it is. And I don't do the Rip and Chip stuff. Maybe I would one day. I have no clue. But they've been around for a long time too. Like, is it just collectors, sealed collectors? singles collectors, they've been around too, right? So, like, what is the deal here? In my opinion, the biggest problem, and Brian from Poke said this, the biggest problem is that Pokemon is not meeting demand. I don't know why. I know he had some theories. I'm not going to theorize. I don't know why. Did the demand really balloon to where Pokemon was not prepared for this? Or did they foresee this coming and this is like a problem they've created intentionally? I don't know. I really don't know. But to me, the problem again is Pokemon not meeting demand. That's the cause. The effect is the scalpers. Because ultimately, if there wasn't people pre-ordering these things and then immediately posting them back for exorbitant prices, everything would be okay still for the most part, right? It would be. But again, they're able to do that because Pokemon and other retailers run out of product. You can't get it retail, you can't get it MSRP. And then you have to turn to the secondhand market. And because they have complete control of the market, they can charge whatever they want. Like, that's how it's going right now. So the biggest problem again is not the scalpers. The scalpers are the result of Pokemon not meeting demand. They're the effect of Pokemon not meeting demand. Now, they are scum, right? Like, it's ridiculous pre-ordering something and before you even have it, listing it for triple, quadruple, whatever, 10x the price. And again, there is a ton of natural demand, organic demand for Pokemon right now. Again, Rip and Ship is huge. Players, people that play the TCG competitively and for fun. Collectors, both sealed and singles. Investors, new folks getting into the hobby with legit interest, folks coming back to the hobby. There's a ton of natural organic demand right now. Even, TCG Pocket, the anime, the video games, all that stuff is leading to this. For whatever reason, Pokemon is not keeping up with demand. And that's allowing the scalpers to come in and take advantage of everyone. I'm hopeful that Pokemon will fix that. How they can fix that is printing the shit out of something, gets things headed back in the right direction, kind of puts some folks on their butt that are trying to take advantage of everyone and take advantage of the situation. And again, shout out to everyone else who's talked about this, and specifically Brian Poke. He predicted that it could be Journey together. We need it, man. We really need it in this hobby. We need Pokemon to set things straight and print to demand and allow folks to get their hands on stuff. That's what I'm looking forward to. I can't wait for that day. In the meantime, we will continue to look at, ways you can find value in the hobby and, different topics. Have a good time here and try to enjoy this hobby, even though Pokemon not meeting demand and scalpers taking advantage is really putting a damper on things right now in a big way in what should be a great time for the hobby, because Surging Sparks is an amazing set. Prismatic Evolutions is an amazing set. Journey Together, even though we don't know that much about it yet, is shaping up to be another really cool set. So we'll see how all this ends up shaking out. Really appreciate y'all supporting this channel during this time. If you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Y'all have a good one.